What if I told you that the moments shaping your closest relationships aren't the big ones? Not the holiday dinners or the week-long vacations, but the tiny, messy ones you barely notice. Hi, friends. I'm Kim with Seeds to Stories. And if you long for deeper, richer relationships, this is your season to seed those relationship stories. I want to share something I've learned the hard way. We think our relationships are shaped by the big moments, but really, they're shaped by something that often goes unnoticed, something that carries the power to transform our relationships. So, a couple weeks ago, on an ordinary Tuesday, I had one of those tiny misunderstandings with someone I love. Nothing dramatic, no argument, just a comment that landed wrong, a slight tightening, a pause that stretched a little too long. Have you ever felt like that? One small moment, and suddenly the whole day feels a bit off center. That night, I realized this is where the real work of relationships happens. Not around the holiday table, but in the in between moments we hardly notice. Here's the real tension underneath. We imagine perfect relationships, but relationships involve people, and people, including you and me, are beautifully messy. We bring our patterns into every interaction, our defensiveness, our stories, our need to be understood, our desire to be right, and our tender spots. That doesn't mean something is wrong with us. It simply means we're human, and our nervous systems are trying to protect us even in the moments that don't truly need protection. When a tiny misunderstanding makes us react, it's usually not about the moment itself. It's about what our body perceives. Our shoulders tense, our breath shortens, our mind jumps to conclusions. But here's the empowering part. Once we notice the pattern, we can interrupt it. We can soften instead of tighten. We can be curious instead of defensive. We can choose connection over being right. I found this a truth. The universe is generous with opportunities for grace. Every day, it offers tiny invitations to repair, a moment to ask, hey, are we okay? A chance to say, let's reset, a softer interpretation, a second try, not just on the holidays, not at the big dinner table, not during the planned pretty moments, but in the messy, ordinary ones we barely notice. So, in this season of gratitude, I hope we remember our relationships are not formed by the Thanksgiving toast. They're formed by the everyday conversations in the kitchen, the car rides, the unexpected apology, the awkward silence that turns into a smile. Most of the character of our relationships is written in the tiny moments we live every day. Here's one simple practice I found useful, and I hope you carry it with you this week. It's a micro shift. When you feel yourself reacting, pause. Take one deep breath. Just one. Soften. Drop your shoulders, relax your jaw, loosen your belly. Choose curiosity. Ask yourself, what else could be true here? Can I let this be smaller than it feels? What might they be experiencing? 5, 10 seconds, that's it. And it can change the whole tone of a conversation. As you move through this week, this season, look for the universe's tiny invitations. Where can you pause? Where can you soften? Where can you bring curiosity? Where can you offer grace to someone you love? Or maybe to yourself? Because small moments are the seeds of our relationships. And when you nurture that, they will grow. If this resonated, please like the video, subscribe, and share this message with someone who might need it. And if you want more tools to help design a life and relationships you love, you can download my free Seeds to Stories Starter Kit using the link below. Plant the seeds and grow a life you love.